If you're single and wondering where your person is and how to actually find them, you're not alone. Professional matchmaker Laurie Berzack joins us to share some simple, smart strategies to help you increase your chances of meeting someone special. Laurie, thank you so much for being here today.
It's great to be here. Thank you for having me.
Of course. Okay, it starts with saying yes to more opportunities.
Yes, and I know how easy it is for people to just sit on their couch and watch Netflix, and I'm saying don't do that anymore. Say yes to opportunities. Join that pickleball league. You know, get out there and say yes to any parties that you're invited to. Join a community activism type of an organization. Do something out of your norm to get in front of more people.
It's a bummer how you can't meet somebody when you're sitting on your couch watching Netflix.
It is.
I get that. But you do, if you want to meet people
yes.
and meet your person, you do really have to put yourself out there.
Yes, and at Carolinas Matchmaker, obviously we do one-on-one introductions and parties as well. But for people that maybe aren't in the area or whatnot, you know, we work all over the Carolinas, but this is a great chance for you to get out there and just really interact with people authentically.
I love
instead
that.
of online.
And can I say this too? When you say, say yes to more opportunities, it doesn't have to be that you're thinking, oh, my guy's going to be at there. You just say, having the posture of yes, being around other humans who you haven't met before. You don't know. Maybe your person isn't there, but maybe they've got a friend or a brother or a sister or something like that.
Exchange a phone number. Maybe they have a connection for you. And at the very least, you're doing something fun that you enjoy doing anyway.
I think that's a great tip. Next, you say, get clear on what really matters. And I think what you're going to say here is that don't worry about the superficial stuff, like he needs to be 6'2".
Right. I've heard that enough. Thank you very much. Like, do some deep thinking. Like I always say, like, sit down, light a candle, do a little meditation, and figure out what are the real core qualities that you're looking for in someone, like the authentic stuff, you know, whether it's religion or, you know, if you want to have kids or not, or blend families. What are the most important things? How do they treat people? How are they treating your friends and family? How do they treat the waiter? Like, those are the things that last in the long run. It's not about 6 foot and about size, shape, whatever.
You know, I think what helps there too is getting clear about your own values, right? That might help you distill it down even a little bit deeper. Get clear on what, you know, I value my faith, I value honesty, whatever those things are for you, that will help you. And I know those might not be the butterfly feelings, but that's not always a great indicator.
No, it's not. There's been plenty of people that say to me, you know, I fell in love at first sight, it didn't work out. So instead, go a little bit deeper.
Okay. You say work on your energy, not your profile.
Yes, and it's great. Listen, if you're online dating, which many people are, you know, you want to have a great bio, you want to have great pictures. So number one. But, you know, if you're not feeling good about who you are, if you're feeling burnt out, or you feel like, you know, you've been dating so much, you need to get off the merry-go-round, take a pause. It's fine to take a break. Well, you know, take the summer off and then get back to it in the fall if you need to. But, you know, I think that it's so important to just get really good with who you are, because whatever energy that you're feeling inside, that's what you're putting out there. So you're going to attract in somebody with exactly the same energy. So you want to just be really confident and secure about who you are before you go out there and just try to find somebody.
Do you have any tips for how people can do that? Because I think for a lot of people, particularly if you're dating after divorce, you know, maybe you're middle-aged and you've been out of the game for a long time, maybe you're not feeling all that confident.
Yeah, I know. And that's the thing. So, you know, there's tons of self-help books out there. Obviously, therapy is a great idea. But, you know, build up your friendships. You know, when you feel good about who you are, you always have a friend to hang out with. Like, that's what I would focus on, is really to be able to build your confidence in who you are and hang out with people that aren't, you know, the jealous types, like people that want to boost you up. Those are your friends. And if they're not like that, then, you know, you don't need that kind of a friendship. So that's what I always recommend.
It's people who speak well of you when you leave the room, and you know that they love you, they have your back, and likewise, you for them. But I think this is such an important key because, like you said, if you're a poopy pants, like if you've got a terrible attitude, you're like, I hate dating and everyone's terrible. And you go on a date with someone you met online or whatever, how do you think you show up for the date? If that's what you're thinking in your head,
exactly,
you're going to go to this date and you're going to be like, you know, that's not warm and inviting and open-hearted.
Yeah, and there's a lot of hate out there right now, you know, with Facebook, all these different groups that are out there, people talking about people. But, you know, the thing is that, you know, you want to go out there with like just a really good, positive attitude. And that's the best advice that I can really give.
It helps a lot, I know. Okay, so say yes to more opportunities, get clear on what really matters, bring confident energy to the process. Go to carolinasmatchmaker.com for more information from Laurie Berzack. carolinasmatchmaker.com, and follow Laurie on social media at Carolinas Matchmaker. Again, at Carolinas Matchmaker. She's on all the channels. Always such great advice. We did a podcast episode together.
Yeah, we did.
It went
that was
crazy.
fun.
So many downloads. From a lot of men.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
Well, and it's free to be in my database, by the way. So, and I take on men and I take on women for matchmaking.
For sure. Laurie, thank you so much.